Welcome to CSL TV, and I just hope you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day. And if you're new to the channel, this is just a review, a reaction, as well as informational channel. Hopefully the informational part help you or someone out, and we pretty much just watch videos and things that go on in the world and talk about them. And as you guys can see on Tuesday, 150 men joined a class action lawsuit against this doctor who have done some pretty disgusting, disturbing things. As you guys can see, what he did to men. There's also victims as young as 7 years old, and I just hate to hear that because he was with this doctor for so long, and ain't no telling what he could have did to him, or what he could have manipulated his mind into thinking everything was normal when it's not. So if you is out here going through doctors, all this other stuff, and something don't seem to be right, say something, speak up, let everybody know what goes on. I know damn sure when I go to my doctor's appointment, I for sure let people know what's going on. And now that I'm, I have this situation that I was in a car accident and I have nerve damage, a bad back and hip. I definitely let people know I can't do this, I can't do that. It's hard for me to do things and that, because I'm not going to just keep quiet on anything. So let this be a little educational thing for anybody that's going through it. And as always, I hope you guys, are having a beautiful, blessed day. And I don't want to make this intro too long, so you already know what we're going to do over here. So let's get it.
It all went down Monday morning at around 5:30 a.m. outside of Chicago. That's when police say this man, 30-year-old Riani Davis, got onto one of the city's famous L trains and, quote, pumped bullets into the bodies of 4 passengers across 2 train cars. 3 people died on the scene, another died at the hospital. Police called the killings executions. The victims were murdered in their sleep and shot at point-blank range. CNN reports the victims may have been unhoused. Local media says the suspect was wearing a mask at the time of the attacks, but was apprehended about 90 minutes later thanks to surveillance cameras. Right now, authorities have no idea why this man would allegedly do this.
I think it is safe to say that this was a random attack. It is horrific. We want answers.
It is clear, however, what larger forces caused this totally preventable crime: an ongoing housing crisis and the unaffordability of mental health care. Right now, an estimated 653,000 Americans are unhoused, an all-time high, thanks to surging housing costs and a government that refuses to interfere in a supposedly free market that simply won't build enough houses so it can keep profits high. The problem is confounded by America's severely flawed mental health care system, where some 56% of adults who need care lack available treatment. Until we refocus industries like housing and mental health care on actually helping people instead of making money, totally avoidable tragedies like this will keep happening. The suspect in this attack has been charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder.
Man, that is so crazy and disturbing to hear that you can't even ride public transportation without wondering if something's going to happen to you and you can make it home. And man, I just feel bad for anybody that had to come across this guy path right here. Just hearing that there's over 650,000 people living on the street, that's just so fucked up, because you see so much money being given away to foreign countries and all this foreign stuff, but you're not really helping or wondering what's going on in your backyard. And that is just something that, the more you get into things, the more you research and, all this other stuff, you just really see how bad our own people are being treated. From when you see all this money given away to here, to fight death, to fight war, to fight violence, and then you look in your own backyard and you see a goddamn tents on main public streets like it's a camping site. Like, man, I would want to clean up my own act, my own shit before I start branching out. You know what I'm saying? Because, look what just happened. 4 people that lost their lives, and it could have been more. And knowing the history of this world, this country, we already know how bad things can get, because we have memorable things to, I should say, talk about, look by of what happened in this world. You know what I'm saying? They coming up with dates for days and street names for people who get killed, innocent people who get killed. There's just too much is going on. So what I need for all y'all to do is to be careful, be safe when you out here in the public. And I know we all have things to do, definitely like go get food from the grocery store because we gotta eat. But at the same time, I just want y'all to be safe because we got these type of folks out here. Yeah, he might be homeless, unhoused, whatever you want to say. But, I mean, man, I just can't think of you riding public transportation or you just out and about and then this type of mess happen. You know, there was just a school shooting the other day in Georgia. You know, a 14-year-old just did some crazy shit. And, you know, you got to wonder yourself, why is somebody this young want to grow up and do something this dumb? Like, you don't grow up to be this. What made this person be this? What made this individual do this? You know, what make any individual do that? And we all know mental health is very high because a lot of people are going through it. But at the same time, it's like, what can we do to get shit back to how it used to be or somewhat close to it?
23-year-old Ricky Pearsall was at an event signing autographs, but he didn't know that his life was about to change. Pearsall, a rookie wide receiver for the San Francisco 49ers and a first-round draft pick, had just left the event and was walking through San Francisco's Union Square carrying bags back to his car when a 17-year-old attempted to rob him at gunpoint. The teen was after Ricky's Rolex watch. Reports say Ricky wasn't having any of it. He fought back, but it didn't end there. The teen fired multiple shots, hitting Ricky in the chest. A crowd watched in horror as Ricky collapsed, bleeding on the busy street. Police were quick to the scene and they arrested the suspect before he could escape. Ricky was rushed to the hospital in serious condition, but was lucky to survive. His family said it was nothing short of a miracle. Ricky's mom, Erin, took to social media to thank God, saying her son was extremely lucky that the bullet missed his vital organs. This all happened on Saturday, and 2 days later, Ricky was back at the team's facility, in the weight room no less, determined to recover and return to the field. The 17-year-old suspect has been charged with attempted murder and assault with a semi-automatic firearm. Prosecutors are now deciding whether to move the case to adult court. We don't know exactly what motivated this teenager to turn to violence, but critics point out that the massive inequality in our country often drives young people to desperate acts like this. According to the Poor People's Campaign, 140 million Americans live in poverty or are one crisis away from financial ruin, a situation that often leads to violent crime in cities like San Francisco. This incident shows how dangerous gun violence has become in the U.S., where there are more guns than people.
Man, that is crazy. And all I gotta say, it's a good thing she survived that. And, you know, let this be an educational thing for y'all. If somebody trying to rob you, man, go ahead and give it up. It don't matter what kind of police is around, security, any type of law authority, whatever you feel that's gonna be there to protect you when you do something like this, and when somebody do something like that, just give it up. This could have been so bad, you know what I'm saying? He just basically got a big blessing that so many people wish they could have, and could have had all that shit thrown away because he want to fight someone who was trying to rob him. Now, it's a good thing they captured this guy, but just imagine if he wouldn't have made it and the robber got away. You know, there's so many stories and incidents like this that we hear people fighting to keep some bullshit materials because they don't want to lose it, or they gotta show they cred that they a hard, tough person. Who cares? Because if you're not here, it don't matter how tough you is. So if you guys are getting robbed or, you know, stuck in a crazy situation, as long as your loved ones is not in harm's way, let them take that shit, you know, let them have it.